I look insane. I look like a clown. And I look like a ghost. Like an ashy ghost. I look like a clown. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I did the letting my Instagram followers choose what makeup I wear, and I created a look with it. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and if you don't like the video, blame my Instagram followers because it's their fault. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to let you guys figure out the rest of it from here. Okay guys, so to start off, I'm obviously going to be using primer, as everyone should, and so for primer, it was between the Fenty Pro Filter and the Ulta Poreless Primer, and the Fenty won by 83%. I'm actually really glad that you guys voted for this because I have not yet used it. I actually only have these samples from Sephora, so can't wait to try it out. If I remember correctly, the website says it's like a smoothing kind of effect primer, so basically, I said something about minimizing pores, and that's all I want in a primer. Well, maybe not all I want, but that's really what I mainly focus on in a primer, is making sure that it's gonna do something to my pores, because lately my pores have been very huge. Okay, so right off the bat, it just feels like any primer kinda, except it feels extra lightweight. Compared to my Ulta primer, it feels more lightweight than that, and the Ulta primer kind of has like a, I don't want to say greasy, but it does kind of feel like it's more on the oily side and like wet, if that makes any sense. And this Fenty primer just feels really smooth, and honestly, as soon as I rubbed it in, I don't even feel it on my face anymore. That's how lightweight it is. I guess I won't really know how well it does until I put my foundation on, so I'm gonna move on to the next step. Next, I had you guys vote for eyebrows, and I need to get my eyebrows done actually. So as you guys can see on the screen, you guys chose for me to do pencil eyebrows instead of gel eyebrows, and I'm actually really happy about that. I used to use gel on my eyebrows all the time. I don't know how, because that takes a lot of time and effort, and it's way more precision than pencil eyebrows, which is why I always recommend pencil eyebrows for beginners. I'm using my Ride or Die. You guys know how much I love this product. If you have watched any of my other videos, this is all I use. Except for my last video, I made the decision of using something else. I got what I deserved for being unloyal to my Maybelline. I swear I'm not one of those people. I always do my eye makeup look before foundation, but just because my skin is not looking its best right now, I'm gonna actually get started with my face makeup, just so you guys don't have to keep looking at all this going on here. You're welcome. So I actually asked you guys if you guys wanted me to color correct. 63% of you guys said yes to color correcting. I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and as you can see, this is the green one. I don't think it has any shade names, but it's just the green one. I actually have a bad experience with this color corrector, but it's the only one that I have, so I'm just gonna have to make it work for now. By the way, the only color correcting that I do is green, which cancels out redness. There is a bunch of different color correctings. There's like purple, which I think is for, it actually might be to cancel out dark spots. I can't remember now. I think purple's for dark spots. There's yellows, there's red, there's so many things. So as I was saying, I have a bad experience with this color corrector, and that's just because but now that I think about it, I think it wasn't the color corrector. I think it was the other concealer that I was using with it. But anyways, so I had finished color correcting, and then I had moved on to my foundation. Or actually, I used a concealer and then I moved on to my foundation. Oh, the concealer will later on be in this video, so keep watching to see how that goes. And I just remember color correcting, and then I used my concealer, and once I started putting my foundation on, I could not keep my foundation in place. It was just so patchy, and my foundation was moving around, and for some reason I thought that it was a color corrector. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was the concealer, and so I think that's what it was. I don't think it was this color correcting concealer. I guess we'll find out in this video if it's a color correcting concealer. Most of the discoloration on my face is redness, so that's why I use that pretty heavily. By the way, you guys, I just cleaned my beauty blender, and I'm so happy with how new it looks. Oh, not that part. So I look very crazy right now. Moving on to my regular concealer, I asked you guys if you guys wanted me to use my Tarte Shape Tape or my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and 85% of the people voted for my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So whoa, no. 85% of the people voted for my can I speak please? My Tarte Shape Tape concealer. You guys already know the drill with this concealer. Way too light for me. That's why I put it under my foundation so it doesn't look like crazy. This is in the shade medium, and I just kind of put this under my eyes and also kind of where my smile lines are. I look insane. I look like a clown. Pretty sure most of you guys know that people use concealer under their eyes to conceal their under eye bags, but the reason why I put it on the sides of my nose where my smile lines are is because I get very oily there, and also my pores are insane, so that's why I put concealer there to conceal what I don't want. Some people even go as far as to putting concealer on their pimples. I just don't do that because I feel like adding more product onto my pimples actually makes it worse, so I just try to do the bare minimum with my acne. As you guys can see, that's way too light for me, and I look like a ghost, like an ashy ghost. For my foundation, I was actually kind of surprised at what you guys chose, but also not that surprised. 59% of the people chose the Maybelline Fit Me foundation over the Smashbox foundation. I was kind of surprised because I thought you guys would have wanted me to use something a little bit more fancy, not fancy, just kind of more high-end, I guess. But I'm also not surprised because I use a Smashbox foundation in almost every single one of my videos. So I actually just went back to using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I used to use this like back in middle school, like a long time ago. I'm going to be taking a mix of golden caramel and toffee just because toffee is a little bit too light for me and golden caramel is a little bit too dark for me. You may be wondering why I just didn't get 331, whatever shade that is. That's because I'm an idiot. In comparison to my Smashbox foundation, this foundation is definitely more high coverage than my Smashbox. I know Maybelline Fit Me has a dewy one, but sis, my skin is oily. I do not need any dewy foundation in my life. You see how this does not match my ears? Sis, that's why you need to blend it onto your ears. So I also really love this foundation because, like I said, it's really mattifying, but it's not drying. I find that, but with some foundations, is this matching me or is this not matching me? Usually with a lot of mattifying foundations, they will be very drying, and this one isn't. So now that I put my foundation on, I can really see what's going on with the primer, and what I can tell so far is that it is super gripping, which I love and I need. The Ulta Poreless primer that was the second option for the primers is not as gripping. I will say it does keep my makeup in place. I just feel like it moves the product as you're applying it. However, with this Fenty Pro Filter Primer, I feel like I'm applying the product and it's just locking into my skin and it's not moving around, and I really appreciate that. Anyways, overall this foundation is very full coverage. I would definitely say it's full coverage, not medium coverage or medium to full coverage. It is full coverage. Right after applying my foundation, I'm going to right away set my foundation with powder. I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals powder. I didn't have you guys vote on this because at the time I only had this powder, but ever since I took the polls on Instagram, I actually did go to the store and I bought a translucent powder and another powder, which I might do a haul on because I bought new makeup. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, I emphasized right away because the longer you take to set in your powder, the harder it's going to be to set it in, if that makes any sense. You know what, that makes perfect sense. So I do patting motions as opposed to like swirling motions. I actually just recently learned this. If you do swirling motions, you're going to move around the foundation and concealer or whatever it is that you have under the powders. Okay, this face is not looking all that bad. Also, if you don't set your foundation right away, you'll probably notice some creasing, usually under your eyes where you naturally have creases, also your smile lines, maybe around your nose. Time for eyeshadow. I'm so excited. Huda, 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 Huda. I think I've heard Nikita Dragon say Huda. 83% of you guys chose the Huda.
Huda? You see? Now it sounds weird.
83% of you guys chose this palette. Super pretty. I actually haven't used it on my channel yet, and I have had it for a while, but I don't know. I haven't even... Sis. I'm actually thinking about doing like a halo eye. We'll just make it up as we go. So as you guys can see, it's a rose gold palette, so obviously most of the colors are pinks and golds and shimmers. Really pretty. I'm going to take Sandalwood, which is this really pretty brown color, and I'm going to use that as my... I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I'm also using this to kind of tone down the pinks that I'm going to use so they're not like straight pinks on my eye. I never make any sense. So I'm going to place this above my crease and just kind of blend it out really close to my eyebrow. So now with a more dense brush, and this is actually kind of pretty flat. So I'm going to be taking this really pretty hot pink shade. The camera's like actually not doing it justice. I swear it's a really pretty color. It's popping up kind of dull. Okay, that's really pigmented. Like I told you guys, I'm going to be doing a halo eye, so I'm going to be placing this on the inner and the outer corner portion of my eye. So like I said, I'm placing this on the inner and the outer corner of my eyes, but I'm actually not taking this any higher than my crease because I'm going to use a different shade to blend this all out. So now I'm going to take whatever product is left on my brush and try to blend that color into my crease so it connects it. Not really too worried about blending it out right now because I'm going to use a different color for that. I'm going to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey to cut my crease. We're going a little bit higher than my crease. We're going like right above my crease. So now with a fluffy brush, we're taking Risque, and I'm basically just going to be using Risque to blend out the dark pink that I just used. I'm going to be taking a flat brush and I'm going to take Doll Face and put that over my concealer. It's like a Pepto-Bismol pink. We're looking very pink right now. So now I'm going to take Rose Gold and put that on top of the pink that I just used. So this kind of isn't like a halo eye anymore because everything just blended together. I'm not mad at this. I'm gonna mix Sandalwood, which is the brown that I used earlier, and Doll Face, which is the Pepto-Bismol pink, and I'm gonna mix those two together. And basically I'm just gonna try to blend out everything that's going on up here. I'm not mad at this. Like, definitely not my favorite look, but I'm not mad at this. I'm gonna take the two dark pinks, which is Risque and Maneater, kind of go back with the outer corner and put some more in there because I feel like I kind of lost those colors. And drag it around town. Like recently, or actually overall, like all the looks that I've done on my channel, pretty natural. I haven't done anything dramatic on my eyes, so this was the time for that. This was not my favorite look, but it's not horrible. So I did ask you guys to vote for eyeliner and eyelashes, but I usually do that at the end. I don't really know why, that's just how I've gotten used to my makeup routine, but I'm kind of running low on time. So I'm gonna skip the cream contour and just move to bronzer. So for my bronzer, I was surprised again. 66% of you guys voted for the Sun Glow over my chocolate bronzer. This is my Sun Glow bronzer. I've already used this plenty of times on my channel, so I was shocked to see you guys vote for that. So it looks like I have some cheekbones. If you have a very round face like I do, you should contour kind of going down so that way it looks like you're making a slimmer face. And if you have a slimmer face and you want your face to look a little bit more round, contour going in where it's to your cheeks as opposed to going down. Today I'm going to be trying out this Revlon blush. It's this really pretty peachy pink. It's not coming out. Oh my god, it's super glowy. Okay, this is not appearing a lot, but it just looks so glittery. I don't know if I like that. It's more glittery than it is pigmented, but that's what it says on the cover. This is the blush that I use. It's the Rev one. Okay, moving on to highlighter. I had you guys vote for powder highlighter or cream highlighter. 77% of the people voted for powder highlighter. It's my I Love Revolution Bronze and Glow, and that's the highlighter that I'm going to be using. So I asked you guys if you guys wanted me to use eyeliner or no eyeliner. 82% of you guys said yes, and then I asked you guys if I should do black or gold eyeliner. Looking back at it now, I don't know why I asked you guys if I should do gold eyeliner, because that would not even look good with this eye makeup look. Luckily, 55% of you guys voted for black eyeliner, so super happy for that. I'm gonna wing my eye because I already feel like there's a lot going on up here. So I asked you guys to choose between my Kiss lashes or my Ardell lashes. 66% of you guys chose my Kiss lashes, so I just applied those. I did what I could, and I said what I said. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you didn't, it's your fault because you chose this makeup look. I'll leave all the important stuff down below, my social media, my discount codes, because your girl got a discount code now. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!